Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Monsters Behind the Mask. It's me, it's Dario, and together with me, hosting this new shiny episode, is my friend, colleague, and co-host, Rens. Hello.
Hello, great to be here, back in the Netherlands.
Back in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. We've been together for like 10 days. How
Yeah.
long did you stay in Italy?
Yeah, 10 days. Yeah,
Yeah, because
was amazing.
Rens decided to spend a lovely vacation very close to the place where I live. So we literally had the best time together.
Yeah,
We've been tourist. I've been tourist too in my own country. I saw places that I never seen before. It was amazing.
yeah, it's really great, really great. Really enjoyed it. Great seeing Venice again, this time from the
Yay.
water. And there's this very cool gondolier. Huh?
Hmm. Yeah, because Rens took a rowing class too, and yeah, even his family took the rowing class with us. It was so fun. Yeah, we
We all
spent some
tried
great time.
rowing. Nobody fell out
Hmm.
of the boat.
No fumbles that day. Luckily for us, no fumbles.
No.
So we had the occasion to spend finally to spend some time together in person in flesh,
Yes.
other than just thanks to this powerful medium of technology in podcasting and YouTube doing things. Well, and so yeah, it was great. We had a couple of games.
Yes.
I hope soon enough will be on YouTube
Yeah.
for all of you to watch. If you miss it on Twitch, then they were pretty long in the end.
Yeah, they were pretty long. We lost some sleep there. Yeah.
Mm. I didn't realize how long can take to play a game while recording and thinking about the things that you have to do while playing the game and maybe the strategy. Well, I decided to cut some corners and skip the strategy part, just rolling dice and laugh a lot when my poor toy soldiers died miserably.
Mhm. Well, it was we're pretty close, the games.
Yeah, maybe the last one it was. Well, other than that, the topic of this episode are going to be for sure some news that TT Combat really revealed at UKGE, the UK
Yep.
Games Expo, and pretty huge ones. But of course, if you're following us on Facebook and following the Carnevale community, you already know about some giant bats roaming and
Yep.
fluttering in Venice. And I think that I had the occasion to run a quick interview with Tuomas Pirinen, the creator of Mordheim and rule writer together with Alessio Cavatore and other people of Warhammer Fantasy 6th edition. Now, maybe it's not exactly Carnevale related, but we talk about general game design and how Mordheim and the whole idea of the destroyed city influenced the game industry
Yep.
even up to us in Carnevale. I mean, okay,
Yep. Yeah,
more
I
about
think
that.
I think also Carnival is sort of based on, or developed from, I think, from Mordheim sort of type skirmish games.
I think that now we summarized a bit the content of this episode, and we can start. We can start. What do you think?
Sounds
Shall
good.
we?
Yes, we
Sounds
shall.
good. So, benvenuti a Venezia with the Monsters United.
Welcome, cari signori, welcome to the city of the unending Carnevale. Welcome to Venezia, but be aware, there are monsters behind the masks.
And welcome back with us. Our usually hobby section.
Mm.
Lovely hot session. I think that the main part is going to be, of course, talking about the 2 hard-fought battles between you and me.
Yes. It's amazing to be in your gaming area and playing on your board. Yeah, and also with some of your miniatures.
It's okay. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure
Yeah.
to hosting you in my little basement that once it was supposed to be my sanctuary, and now I got laundries everywhere and toys that don't belong to me. It's a shame, however, you know. The family is growing and they're invading my space, my personal space. However, for the people who maybe don't know, the first game that we played together was the ending of the very first campaign that we tried to run last summer. It was based on an excellent source book that I am showing you. Oops. Here. Ta-da!
Yes.
The Call of the Enter, the Secret Societies. And we played the first campaign, the one, oh wow, this is signed by Rance. No, it isn't. No, now I have to come to the Netherlands and ask you to sign the book. What a perfect excuse. Okay, let's check it. And the campaign was named... Oh, I found it, even if it's secret and hidden, because it's the Unseen Hand.
Yes.
Yeah, because the Unseen Hand, the first of the 2 campaigns contained in these 2 beautiful little book that Rance, the guy over in the others on the other side of the screen, wrote all by himself, and he put the little drawings too. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's available to download for free from the Carnevale community. So come on, guys, it's really nice. Well, last summer.
I want to elaborate. So there are 2 campaigns in there, and they're both based around secrets. And the campaign that we used for the summer competition was the Unseen Hand, and that's all about taking actions out of line of sight. So you have to kill people out of line of sight or take objectives out of line of sight. And the second one is all based about agendas, where you have to reveal agendas, and then you can score them. So that's sort of the mechanism with both of them.
Well, in the end, we are running another interview with the author. So, how many surprises in this podcast? The author, it's US. Just to be clear. Well, we tried to run this campaign together with other TT agents, and in the beginning was pretty nice. It was like 6 missions, one every 2 weeks. But in the end, we lost a bit of momentum, so we didn't publish the last mission. But we decided that we couldn't just leave the thing as it was. We have to put a full stop to the Unseen Hand campaign, and we planned initially to play it on Tabletop Simulator. But when Rance told me that it was coming too easily on May, no, we have to do it live, and we did it, and we streamed it on Twitch. I got all the footage, and I am going to eventually release it, but with a lot of editing because it's like 3 hours.
It was a big game. It was 150 ducats. So and there were quite a lot of models, and for some reason there were even more models showing up.
Oops, my bad.
So yeah, it took a while.
We won't spoil the ending result of the game, but I suppose that you can already imagine how it went. I was subtle about that. I don't think so. However, no, we had really great fun, and the best thing is that we played again on another evening, streaming again the game. We planned to maybe we were proposed, why don't you run a podcast, an episode together, since we are together, but we can do that by our usual means. It's a thing that we can do without moving to the other country, to the respective country at least.
So I'm already sitting next to you now.
No, okay. You see, power of technology. No, so we decided to play another game, and was Escape from the Fog.
Yeah.
One of the...
This time only 75 ducats, because we learned. It was still a pretty long game, but yeah.
Yeah. But it was partially my fault, because you will see when I finally release the footage that I put down, instead of a 2x4 board, a 2x5 board. So it's taking a long to get to the other side. Way too long. I don't know. It's not. I didn't remember. I didn't realize it was so long to get to the other side.
I didn't realize either. I was just the board looked great, so
let's say bloody amateurish about that. never made me
long death march of the fog.
Well, the fog was the true killer of the game. That's for sure.
Yeah,
we had really great fun with that.
I can really recommend this game. Yeah, the fog is a great scenario to play. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, we can spoil for sure the factions. It was a classic Vatican versus Doctors.
Yeah.
Nothing better than that. And it was really good fun. You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see. Eventually.
And both games, I'm trying out lots of stuff. So both games for me were like trying stuff. I had all kinds of models that I never used. So that also took extra long, but it was great fun. It's fun to experiment.
I'm happy that you had the occasion to experiment with models that you maybe you don't own or never seen in action. The best part of my games was actually removing the models, mine usually. Okay, it's part of the fun, isn't it? That was so cool. Other than that, I didn't do much. I did a little thing for our hobby. I had the occasion to run a little TT combat team day in Milan. I was guested by Matteo, my friend that helps me with the Italian version of the podcast. And yes, I traveled to Milan in a single day. I was busted in the end, because it's like 2 hours and a half driving. I know that you guys from US now say 2 hours and a half is the time that I take to go to work every day, or I like to go to the groceries. But for me, it was a massacre. I'm not accustomed to that.
For me, in 2 hours, I'm in a different country.
But walking, you mean? Or by car?
Driving. Yeah, walking. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, anyway, no, it was a great fun. I brought my relics models because I wanted to display them. I'm trying to push relics in my area, but in the end, people are buying the models, but not for the rules. I don't know why. The rule set is not that bad. A bit old, maybe, old style, but not bad. Unique, if I can say. But the models are so cool. Now they released the Ride and the faction of goblins, chivalrous goblins. I love them, and as soon as I sell some of my old Warhammer stuff, I think that I'm buying a little Ride and. Well, in the end, guys in Venice and in Padua too, I suppose, they're buying the models, but to play other games, and it's okay. I mean, why not? Why not? Models are beautiful, and I really in love with my Redcoats puppets and Highlander puppets. They're so cool. Well, I brought relics just to show them, and okay, they're cool. I brought Carnevale, of course, because I want to run a couple of demos. I was helped by the guys from Gilda dei Giochi. They brought 2 very nice tables, and we ran demos together. amazing. I gave a try to Rain in Hell. That is a quick skirmish game, like a kitchen table game by Vince Venturella, and I don't remember, it's another YouTuber, pretty famous. Okay, the name will come up to my mind sooner or later, maybe tonight. It was really nice, a different setting because we are fighting for. It's like a post-apocalyptic game, but for the fiends of hell. A bit refreshing, if I can say. What else? Yeah, I brought Drop Fleet Commander. I brought my Drop Fleet starter set fully painted because I wanted to just to show the game what like these are the ships. It's not that easy to run a game of Drop Fleet because it's so full of rules and so many situations that covers. It's not easy, okay? But in the end, it was like a guy that I already know. He was like, oh yeah, of course I know Carnevale. You taught me a couple of you run me a couple of demos, Dario. But Drop Fleet, okay, Alessandro, but it takes a bit long. It's okay. I got like 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. We can do that. So yeah, we will like a couple of turns. But the beautiful thing of the starter box is that the weapons are so powerful upon those kinds of ships that usually it ends very bloodily and very quickly, and it's okay in the end. I love the Drop Fleet, is so cool. Other than that, nothing else.
No, it's more than I did. I got a new what's it called, like the glass to put my models in.
I saw the cabinet.
Cabinet. I got nice cabinets for my models. So that was my hobby.
I saw that.
So now I can display them. If people come over, I can show them my models. Before they were in boxes, so I couldn't enjoy them.
Amazing. It's not an if I come over, it's a when. Somebody's closing and my vacations too. I cannot wait to meet you again. Okay. No, yeah, sorry, I'm running wild tonight, but I'm so happy to record again. It was like 2 months ago, last episode.
Yeah, it was quite a time, yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, audience. We have been caught up with so many things to do.
Well, I'm really looking forward to the YouTube, to the battle reports on YouTube.
Yeah, the problem is they're very long, and they need editing, a bunch of editing, actually, because it's not really cutting them, but it's to organize them in a way that it's possible to understand what's happening. And I mean, I'm probably going to do like a voiceover. So I'm sorry, I'm cutting your voice.
No, that's a good idea. No. A lot of the very good battle reports that I see, they do it with voiceovers. So
it's easier to run with a voiceover, unless of course you're really accustomed to run battle reports in a YouTube format. But it's not easy at all. I tried a couple of times with some friends of mine, but it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, that's why there's so few of them for Carnevale, I think.
Yeah, we are a small community. Some additional videos. I don't want to say it's a problem, but it's a thing that can be fixed, even by the community. I mean, in this Carnevale day in Milan, a couple of guys asked me, "Oh wow, cool, Carnevale, beautiful, great. The demo was amazing. Where can I find some tutorials?" There aren't that many. There are some videos about the Carnevale, but they were referring to the old version of the rules. So yes, they give you the flavor of the game, of course, but not exactly a tutorial or on how to play. We need people like Ash Baker from Guerrilla War Games, or I don't know, the other indie YouTubers to help us with that. I don't think we can cope with the YouTube.
No,
too much.
So much to do. Yeah.
Well, speaking about things to do, I suppose that you are already aware that last weekend was the UK Game Expo, and TT Combat released some stuff that I suppose that maybe you can like as well. I mean, okay, we are talking about the new Carnevale release, of course, and it's the new Vatican box that I don't remember the name. Help me, please. Do you remember it?
Silence, Nights of Silence. I don't. Is that the name of the box or just the?
Night, holy night, something like that. Sounds
I don't
good.
know what the name. I don't know the name of most of the boxes. I know the name of the models.
Okay. No, fine. We'll see. It's not.
Yeah.
It isn't been released yet, so
No,
I don't know.
can't buy it.
But we know
You
the
can't buy
models.
it.
We know what we are profiles.
Yeah, we got stats. Yeah.
We got stats, and they sold some of the new Strix, huge uber vampire.
Yes, the
creature.
monstrous Strix.
Monstrous
Yes,
Strix.
very monstrous. Very monstrous.
Absolutely. Well, they teased already that it's going to be the Strike Team Commander Kickstarter later this year.
It's very interesting. Yeah.
You play Drop Zone. Yeah,
I've played Drop Zone. Yeah. Quite a lot. So it's very tempting. I'll have a look. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's like when you fight in a building, what happens in that building? That you are going to discover that. That's what they say, at least.
That's what they say.
And, okay, new sprues and new ships for Drop Fleet. They showed us some really crunchy, interesting things.
Yeah. And it isn't Carnevale, but it's Rumble Slam. But you've got a team of doctors in Carnevale.
I have to make a confession just for you guys. Hello, my name is Dario. This is my microphone. Hello, my name is Dario. I got a problem with miniatures and toy soldiers in general. After going to Venice a couple of days ago to meet my friends and selling them some of my old stuff because they love me and I love them, they made me try Rumble Slam for the first time. There is a guy here close to the place where I live that already plays Rumble Slam. He is a wrestler. The guy is a wrestler, and he's keeping telling me, Dario, I have to try to give you to run a demo with you of Rumble Slam. You will love it. And I already tried, and I loved it. It was so fun that in the end, I ordered both the Pulcinella and the Dr. Rumble Slam teams. This is my confession, my secret, shamey confession. So now I am a Rumble Slam player too. So you see the microphone? Yay!
I think you need to give some Hail Marys.
Some rehab. I need some rehab. Stop buying miniatures.
Is the first step.
Sorry.
I said acknowledging the problem is the first step.
Yeah, into the problem. Okay. No, it's gonna be like a casual game. I'm sure.
I'm sure this won't turn into something much more.
Well, I'm not sure, but probably I'm planning to show up in some convention, like dressed up like a wrestler with a mask, like Lucha Libre. I don't know, but I'm sure that I'm going to cosplay something about Rumble Slam sooner or later. I will tell.
Now you can wear the doctor's mask and then a wrestling outfit underneath.
Oh yes, crossovers that I like.
Yeah.
Well, there is an official Rumble Slam team now that is team like the Doctors of the Ospedale. As long as I don't wear the Pulcinella outfit, I think everything is going to be fine because they just wear the pants and a mask. And believe me, I'm not so fit like them. Believe me. This is not body shaming. This is acknowledgement of myself. However, I am beautiful. Let's take a look at these new Vatican models. Just a quick chat about them. What do you think, Rez?
Yes. Yeah.
Power of technology. Shall we try to show the Night of the Holy Sepulchre?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Pray to the machine god.
Yay! Here he is.
Oh, so lovely.
It was teased during the last advent calendar.
Yeah.
And we already know the miniature, know the model. So dark, so full of secrets, and so mysterious. But in the end, what does this guy do? It's a hero. Pretty straightforward, if I can tell. Not as fast as an ostrich, but because I suppose that the horse, of course, is lower than ostrich, but I think it's wearing armor. And I don't know, Renz, tell me what you think about it.
Yeah, I think he's very interesting. Of course, they're trying to reflect a horse in the game, which is quite difficult for a game with models, because probably a horse could probably move 12 compared to a human. So I understand that they went for 6. Like you said, they're supposed to be a bit slower than the ostrich. So that's fine. 6 is nice. 6 is nice for the Vatican. The Vatican is normally not a very fast faction. This box changes that a bit because everybody in this box is pretty fast. So yeah, high speed, lots of life points, which is great in combination with high armor. Special ability to get even more movement.
Mm-hmm.
Special ability is Frenzy, which is really nice in combination with lots of health. You've got a lot to spend. For the rest, it's quite what I would think. He doesn't have first strike, no knockback. He does come with Brawler, which is okay, it's nice. So one of the things I was thinking about looking at this model is sort of the same thing that you can sometimes do with the ostrich, and that's sort of I think you can call it like an alpha strike. Like just give this guy an extra command point, use the extra movement, and just rush ahead in sort of a weak point of your enemy. And then you can go like 21 inch, like boom, and then just put this guy in your enemy's face, and then they have to deal with him. And I think he's quite good for that, because then he has Brawler and he has his eye armor. Of course, you can still throw him in the water, even though a horse would be a bit too heavy, but you can still throw this guy in the water. The only advantage he might fall off. At least he can get out of the water more easily because he has high movement. But I like him. He's not too expensive. He's nice, and 2 command points. Yeah. He's a good solid choice.
Nice. Well, be careful about being in the water, because limited movement doesn't limit you to like 2 inches in the water. Or am I mistaken? I don't remember. I have to check. I need to check, but maybe
there's
I'm
something
mistaken.
bad about it. Yeah.
I don't know. I read about some comments on the Facebook page. Some people were like amazed because, as you say, it is very fast. For Vatican standard, is pretty fast and hard hitting too. Somebody was like, I don't want to say complaining, but they find the guy to be a bit uninspiring because he has no abilities. Like I can say, linked to the fact that he's like these mute character that never speak, or I don't know. I honestly think that it's not that bad, even if he doesn't have any super fancy rules.
No.
If you take it as it is, with the support of his box, it can be interesting. Probably he can be really helped by a nun, a lacrimosa, just to try to heal him. Or any healing or empowering spells can be really effective on him, because he's already healing as a ton of bricks, and it doesn't cost so many ducats for a profile like that. The problem is mindless, and this is an issue. Let's say it's an issue.
The Vatican are getting a lot of mindless models late. I think this is the third box full of mindless models.
Yeah. They're not that focused on objectives. They're too much fun in burning people. to
they
crisp.
get distracted.
So
They get distracted with the fun stuff. And
I
they
suppose
need to
that
keep their eye on the ball, but no.
Barney the Bishop should really get his boys in line a bit, because there's a bit too reckless.
It's over there.
Hey, you!
Big
This
heretics.
way! Stop burning heretics. There are other things to do in life other than burning heretics.
One of them is smart enough. Yeah,
Well,
I think the problem is for 70 ducats, you get a very solid model, and I mean, I think the commandability is interesting. It's not like plus one movement is not like you go like, wow, that's fascinating, but it's very original, and especially in the context of the Vatican, they normally don't have a lot of movement. And then I
sure.
think Frenzy again, normally because this entire box basically has Frenzy. It doesn't sound very exciting, but Frenzy on an 18 life point model is very valuable because you can easily spend 6 life points and still be quite solid.
Sure.
And then Brawler, normally I don't become very excited. Brawler is sort of, it's not bad, but it's not exciting. It's not like, yeah, Brawler. But it is useful if you use him, like I mentioned, like you just throw him against a group of sort of slightly weaker enemies, and they have a hard time then Brawler suddenly becomes important because he's outnumbered.
He can become your spearhead.
Yeah.
And with a base of 50 millimeters, it's not impossible for him to trigger Brawler. So for me, it's why not? Friends, I'm pretty curious about your opinion on the next character.
Yes.
Where are you? Well, it's not this one, but the other one. The Silene Priest. Sorry.
Yeah. So, for some reason, the Vatican, I think this is the 4th level 2 mage hero they have. I think we have the Stigmatist, we have the Baptist, we have the Gadian Priest, the one with the water, and we have the Summoner. Oh, this is the 5th. This is the 5th level 2 mage. So he comes with a lot of competition because there's 5 other guys who also cost around the same. Sort of do the same. But this guy is slightly different in the fact that he can actually fight.
Yeah.
So compared to, for example, the Gadian Priest and the Baptist, he's less of a mage. The others are better casters. But this guy, he actually has like a beat stick, and he can actually hurt people, which is also nice. So if you're sort of afraid that you take too many mages and they all become weak, like they're all unarmed and attack too, this guy can solve that problem. But his spellcasting is mediocre because, for only 4 will points, mind 4, it's tricky. He's got an interesting.
It's a problem as with this character that decided for a multi-class career.
Yeah. This sort of mate with a couple of warrior levels. Yeah, he's like definitely. He does have quite an interesting ability. Any friendly character that's picked as target gains penetration. And again, I was immediately looking up which spells are interesting. And there's a nice combination with the rune spell. You have the spell where you can negate stun. I forgot what it's called. But it targets multiple. It can target in this case two people, 2 models, because he's mage too. And it combines well with the knight who has full plate. So you can make sure that he doesn't get stunned if he gets thrown into the water. And then he gets -1 on his penetration. So you can get some nice tricky combinations. But yeah, the problem is don't expect too much of him as a spellcaster. I probably stick to spells of 6 or lower. Even 7 is tricky with mind 4. And only 4 will points. So you probably also want something like the Deacon, Crossbearing Deacon, or an Altar Boy to keep this guy going a bit more. So yeah, like I said, he's the 5th in the line of mage to heroes. So yeah, a lot of competition.
Mm-mm-mm. It's nice to see that if he decides to take himself as the target of his own spells, is going to benefit from the additional -1 penetration on this weapon. So
Yeah,
probably is a character that you can rely on if you need to kill an average henchman or just to finish off a tricky character. Why not? It's not bad, and he's not mindless. That is important in this box.
no. He's the
For
only
me,
one with mind. Yeah,
for me, he's a 6. Not bad.
Yeah.
Bit pricey, maybe, I don't know, but not bad. Well, if I can tell you that the most interesting character, other than
Yes.
Knight, in this
My favorite.
set is going to be the Sepulchral Vanguard.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ability is here.
Yeah.
Because this girl is something like the Sparta from the for the Valachian war host. She is another bodyguard, and this time is for leader and hero. And a Vatican bodyguard, of course, cannot be can't pass on being armored as a tank. So this girl here is move. I love the fact that she's got move 5 but dexterity 3. So she's super fast, but she can't avoid being hit because she's wearing a heavy armor, but not a full plate, so she doesn't get stunned. I love the unique ability that she has. I will guard against the witch. It's beautiful. And she can try to dispel even if she's not a mage, and even if she hasn't any will point, but she's frenzied. So it's super cool. I don't know. I love this kind of character. And Hermes is super, super, super terrific. Damas +1 with penetration and stun to help you protect better your protected character. So super. I love this kind of characters. Are my favorite.
Yeah, so many. I agree. Yeah, so many interesting combinations. So you got a lot of options for bodyguard, leader, and hero. So she's going to take the hit, but she can take the hit because she has protection 5 and extra protection 3, which is really nice. Also, your opponent cannot use will points to boost attack, so they're a bit more limited. And she can really dish out a punch with that flaming mace, which is a great weapon. There are two things which I noticed. She's only attack 3, which is interesting, but that's fine because otherwise she would be too strong. And she's not on large base, and she's not the best grappler, and she can be easily grappled. That's fine. She also doesn't have command points, so you probably need somebody else to deal with that. But she's a very solid rock in your army, in your gang. Yeah.
Well, surely stunning the character that is targeting your bodyguarded character is a great thing. You are basically reducing the output of damage that your character is going to take from the attack of your opponent. So he's always good. It's what Marisa used to do in the last edition when she bodyguarded everyone with a fry pan. Sorry, if you don't know, and you really should know, Marisa is our nickname in Italy for the frying pan lady, because Marisa it's so grandma that she makes pasta and cooks a lot.
But that's a very good comparison. I think Marisa converted to Catholicism and joined the Vatican because she also, instead of frying pan, she got a flaming mace. A frying pan is a flaming mace, basically, right? If you cook it. Huh?
Yeah, we can say so. Why not? But if you ignite the oil or all the grease that you have on the fry pan, yes, I suppose that works.
Yeah, so
nice.
So stun, bodyguard, movement 5, very good combination. Yeah.
Indeed.
Quite
Well,
solid character.
this box is going to have a couple of henchmen. The Redemptionists.
Yes.
Very fitting with the theme of the box. They are frenzied and they're fast. But they're not mindless.
They're not mindless. Yeah. So they know what they're doing. They haven't lost their minds yet.
No. But did you notice a thing? They are 12 ducats. So now tear your vest because, oh no, the 12 ducats. It's so funny. This thing of the 12 ducats is a thing that must end in some way. I don't know. When I see people reaction about henchmen that cost 12 ducats, they are amazing. I mean, oh no, this henchman is too overcosted. 12 ducats is the cost of a Barnabotti. So what shall we do? Increase the cost of a Barnabotti because everyone else that costs 12 ducats is worse than them? It's a solution. Yeah. Or like 11.5 ducats. That can be a tricky one, but I think that it's doable. I don't know. Sorry.
I think 12 ducats is not too expensive because the trick is if you take them out of context, just like this, like they are, and I just put them in my gang and I don't think about it, yes, they are overcosted. But that's not what you're going to do. You're going to combine them with healing, which the Vatican has plenty of, either with Bernie the Bishop, or you take a Baptist, or you take the Lacrimosa. Once you start healing them, that's when they really become powerful.
Yeah.
Because then they're frenzied and they're fast and first strike. If these guys hit your line, then you put in 2 will points and first strike, your attack 6. And that's pretty good for a henchman.
Sure.
And also, and they're protection 4, so they don't go down too fast. But the trick is you have to combine them, and that's one of the strengths of the Vatican. It's not that you don't always have to look at the model out of context. You look at them in combination with your other abilities.
Mm-hmm. Well, Vatican, especially Vatican, since they have so many abilities interlocking with each other and stacking up abilities on top of other abilities and playing your game together. Well, you showed me when we played our games. Sticking together for the Vatican is always a good plan. If you start to get divided and taken one by one and picked apart by the opponent, that's where the troubles start for the Vatican. But as long as you stick together, usually you're super good because you got so many tricks and things that stuck on top of each other. I was surprised by how difficult it was to try to reach the house that you were supposed to defend in the end of the Eden campaign. It was really a hard time for me because of this kind of layering of Vatican abilities, and you could exploit this kind of thing because you were on the defensive side, while maybe on offensive it would be different. Maybe I don't know, because we have to do the rematch for that. What happened? Way too long game. Friends, since we already have the preview of the huge streaks, what do you think? Shall we take a look at the beautiful bat monster?
Yes.
Okay. Let's dump the Vatican for the time being and let's bathe in blood with the monstrous streaks. Here you are. It's huge. Oh my god.
Special abilities only just fit on the card.
The card. Yay, you're right. Shall we reveal the secret of this creature now or later?
No, they can do it now.
Okay. I'm particularly proud of this model. We are particularly proud of this model. And when I say we, I mean the TT agent team that works with Carnevale. Because it was a combined effort, okay? We asked to be more involved in the game design aspect of Carnevale, okay? And the game design team answered our call and accepted, I don't want to say our help, but it was like a collaboration, okay? And I'm really happy because there were a lot of inputs. In the beginning, this model was like I don't want to say a blank canvas, but TT Combat had some ideas about this creature, but the combined effort of all of us brought the profile that you can see now. It was super interesting to see the genesis of a character that should be impactful and interesting on the game, but without being broken. Because what we tried to avoid at all costs was to create a broken character that everybody could like play multiple copies and steamroll every opposition. That wasn't the case at all. We wanted to have fun with these monstrous tricks, was to have fun in playing it, but also have fun playing against it. So a lot of inputs were put into this creature, and many inputs were taken by TT Combat, and this is the monstrous tricks today. We can see it's a huge base, like 60 millimeters. I don't know if it's a novel one like the Morgrau. I don't know. There are some pictures already of the creature, but I didn't realize if it's oval or wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 30 life points. It's a top to chew one, but he's got only protection 2 because in the end he's naked. Okay, just rotting flesh and bones. It's super fast. It does only have 2 action points because maybe with 3, like the Morgrau, that was the creature that we took as a comparison. Like the Morgrau is really super powerful, really impactful, but it costs a ton of ducats, so it's okay to be like that. The Strix we wanted to make a creature was more playable, okay, even out of special scenarios. You could like field the monstrous tricks in a regular game without feel guilty or shame of yourself, like you should do when you play the Morgrau without telling your opponent you're going to play the Morgrau. That's seriously terrifying. However, as you can see, the profile is solid for a creature so big. The attack, of course, and movement are the highest values, and the weapons are. I suppose they are the most interesting things of all, together with the special rules. Because Monster Scrolls, it has huge claws, but the Belfus creature is one of the funniest things that you can ever have, because it's a stun and harmless weapon, just to cry on your opponents and stun them with a microwave from the creature. Wow. It's really super cool. Be careful, because when he charges you, if he starts above or below your position, he's going to skip your protection. So he's going to shoot through your armored knights.
Don't like that.
I do. I actually do pretty much, because usually I play Pulcinella. So I'm accustomed to skipping the protection rolls.
You have to skip what? Protection roll?
Protection what? I got a protection. Cool.
It's the things that other people do.
Yeah, exactly. What you usually do, but I don't. No, and the last ability, it really turns this creature up to 11, but only when you are using it against the intended targets for it. The character abilities are pretty standard for a vampire, so frenzied, mindless, vampiric attack. What do you expect from it? But the idea that is it really suited to kill things at full health, and against them is super powerful, but you can counter that. So that's the really interesting bit of this whole rule. Well, tell me anyway. Rez, what do you think? Sorry, I'm just talking.
Yeah, I think you made a lot of good points. Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this hits. Yeah, I think they really try to do some interesting things, make it an interesting character. We'll have to see. But the model's great, so it's always nice when you purchase a model that's looks cool, that you also at least feel that you can use it in the game, except it's not just another statue. Yeah, and I think they succeeded.
Yeah, I agree. Now I want to see the feedback from the people who are actually using it in games, because unfortunately that was the thing that we lacked the most. We try to play test it, of course, but it's difficult to play test a model with us being so far from each other. So we are waiting for your feedback. Okay, guys, let us know what you think about the Strix after playing it, please, if you don't mind. There's a thing that I want to address after this little analysis of the Strix. It's like a bit of a segue, if you allow me to do so, because as I was saying, this profile was our combined effort that we asked when we asked to be more involved with the game, and that was born because of the fact that TT Combat they it's difficult to say, but there was a lack of communication when they decided to raise the price of some boxes and some kits. Okay, this kind of miscommunication, it upset us about more than a bit. We were maybe a bit too harsh on our Discord server, and but in the end, what we demanded was more involvement into the company. Okay, and they listened to us. Okay, no, the price increase is a fact. Okay, in the end, DT Combat did. I started to follow this company in like 2019 when I bought my first Carnevale box set. That was the two-player starter set, and from then up to today, they never released. They never raised their prices. So okay, now they did it. Fine, was a strong percentage. Okay, but like once in 5 years, 40 years, I can live with that. I can buy less miniatures. It won't happen. Anyway, in the end, the staff listened to us and gave us more room and more freedom to be involved into the company and helping promote the games that we like, because we are doing this because we love those games and the settings, and we want to make you have the same fun that we have. I'm not talking like a madman, right? I don't know.
No, I think you're totally right. Yeah, and there's really it was really necessary to open up the communication channels a bit more, because that's so important in these communities.
Mm-hmm.
And as TT agents, you always try, and it was it's nice to feel that, like you're being heard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think they're doing.
In the end, TT Combat is a small company, and we are a very small group of people, but we can help each other, and we can help. Yeah, it's a nice thing in the end.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, we addressed the elephant in the room. I'm now fully satisfied by this kind of conversation. We were talking about game design, and this is another nice little segue for me.
I'm on fire. Roll, Dario. Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely. You know, a couple of weeks ago there was Modena Play, one of the most interesting game convention that we have in Italy. It's not entirely focused on miniatures like Milano War Games. That is a completely different story. But Modena is more like board games with a focus on miniature games. Sorry, there is like a full pavilion of miniatures. There is a corner that is called the Miniature Island. And last year and this year too, Tuomas Pirinen was a guest of Mordheim Italia, of the Mordheim Italia community. That is pretty active. I love them. They're super great. But this year, Thomas wasn't like just the guest that he was last year. This year, he was promoting his there, because he's working with other people too, new game that is going to be Trench Crusade. And it's going to be like a setting in the First World War, but it's like the prosecution of the First Crusade, because in the end the Templars, when they conquered Jerusalem, they were heretics and they opened the gates of hell, and now the Hellspawn are fighting against humanity since then. Like, okay, it's super huge. It's going to be great. But the best thing is that Thomas agreed to have an interview with me. And of course, I turned to my friends to get some help, and they were Jurens and Matteo. Together, we gathered some questions that we think were the most interesting to put to submit to a game designer so well known as Thomas is. Like, we were chatting about this new game, Trench Crusade, and like in the Facebook group, there are like 10,000 people already signed in for a game that has not been launched yet, that is going to be released, no launched, kickstarted in like 4 to 5 months. We don't know at the moment. We only have beta rules and nothing else. And Thomas said that there are already people running tournaments. Can you believe it? Tournaments of a game that has not been released yet.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. No, I mean,
That's very fascinating. Yeah.
No, indeed, because I've been a chat with well, let's say that Thomas is great, personally speaking. He is really lovely. I had to run the interview twice, because the first time that I approached him is like, Thomas, do you remember me? Yes, we agreed about the interview. Super. It's the beginning of the convention. There is still nobody here. We can do it already. He said, okay, do it now. Let's do it now. Okay. We went out of this huge tent where we were, and we started the interview. Like 1 minute after starting the interview, a band with the trumpets and drums, they started playing like on the other side of the tent. And we were like, oh dear, okay. And Thomas was like, no worries, Dario. If the interview is not usable, we shall do it again. It's okay. Chill. And it was okay. Let's do it. We continued the interview with the band singing, playing behind us. When we stopped the interview, they stopped playing.
They were like watching you.
Where are the cameras? Where are the cameras? Oh my goodness, this was so fun. We can't help ourselves. We were laughing so much. They stopped now. Why? Why? Anyway, the interview to Thomas anyway will be released to you on YouTube sooner than our games, because it's like only like 15 minutes. Yeah. Audio quality is not amazing. Unfortunately, my equipment wasn't that great, but I'm sure that you're going to understand what Thomas answered, and I encourage you to listen to that, because it's really interesting on the processes behind game designing in general, but even balancing. We talked about, for example, campaign gaming. That is a thing that I miss so much in Carnevale. I mean, in Carnevale there are campaigns, like games linked together, okay? But what I'm missing is a system where my character actually grows and can find things and progress, not only in the story, but they got a development in their character, like Heavy Woods. Yeah. Unfortunately, the legacy rules are a bit outdated. The one on the Big Black Book. It's a shame. We should fix it, Rens. Shall we?
Yeah.
I do intend to spend summer.
Fighting. Yeah. Nothing to do in summer. All right, some campaign rules.
Number 2. Yeah. Number 2. Secret Societies number 2. I'm talking way too much. Sorry, guys. If you want to listen to Rens, this is not the night for you. No. Okay. I sent you some minutes of the interview. Was my fault. I sent you only half of that. I'm so bad with technology.
I got a sneak peek. Yeah.
What do you think about Thomas and the thing about destroyed city theme? I found it interesting.
Yeah, I thought it also was interesting. I also liked the comparison because he's obviously known for Mordheim, which I think he was the lead designer, right?
Yeah.
And I like that he was looking back at Mordheim, so he asked him some questions about that. And reflective of that. And I thought it was really interesting, like what would you change and stuff like that. And it's also nice to see because he's now doing a new game, so he can make those changes. So I'm also looking forward. I didn't read the rules for Trench Crusade yet, but I will because I'm interesting to see where the changes are, what's the different approaches. And he talks a bit about that, but it's hard to imagine that without seeing the rules yet. So, and yeah, from what I understood, Trench Crusade really is more in line with Mordheim, with more of the sort of gang development. But it's not a gang, of course. But I think that's sort of the main selling point that he's going for.
Well, I suppose that I can make a little spoiler for our audience about this topic in particular, about the comparison between Mordheim and now the new Trench Crusade. That it reflects upon the way in many games they are born. I mean, I asked on your suggestion, Rens, what was a thing that Thomas could, if he could change in Mordheim, like a rules in the rule set of the game, and what he would keep. He said that the rule that he was going, he surely was going to keep in the setting is the exploration chart. Sorry, that is a rule that he is really proud of because it's independent. I mean, you always get something. In Mordheim, of course, is Weirdstone, but if you are lucky enough, you can find treasures or traps or trigger events, and I'm in love with that system. The other thing that he said was that if he could, he will change the rule mechanics of the game. So yes, with Trench Crusade, he really had a blank canvas on which he could try and experiment a different approach, okay, to game mechanics. I encourage you, if you love skirmish, you audience, or otherwise that you're going to do that. So, but you, our dear audience, to give a read to the rules, because I found them really interesting, and I see something in that, like when TT Combat bought Carnevale from the old Vesperon game company, okay, and I got the feeling that in the end they had like this blank canvas as well when Lewis started to write down the rules, entirely new rules, because the old rule set from Vesperon was completely different from this one, with way more things you could do, but that weighted the game too much and slowed the game. Was more like a role-playing game.
Yeah.
Now we have a war game, proper war game, and I don't know. I felt what Thomas said, and I felt it like probably this is how Lewis and the staff in 2017 felt when bringing this game back to life, our game back to life.
Yeah.
I'm so sentimental right now.
But definitely going to watch the second half of the interview now.
I'm going to publish it soon. I said soon. It's going to be soon. Well, right. Is anything else that you want to add to our lovely chat of tonight, or shall we close it?
I think we've covered everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So good. I'm so happy that we recorded again.
Yes, Me too.
Quick podcast, 1 hour. Super cool.
Yeah. Good job.
Great. I hope to see you soon, Renzo. Yay! Literally see you soon.
Yes.
Well, Renzo, say your line and good night to our audience.
Arrivederci a Venezia.
Arrivederci a Venezia. Bye bye.
Bye bye.